question, what are the 5 best electric bikes in the market right now? What's up everything electric, my name is Eilis and I am the lead presenter for Electroheads, the #1 UK's micromobility channel, and the channel no less that gave Jack his first gig before starting at Fully Charged.
Good times, Eilis. I'll thank you not to pull out the archive footage if you don't mind though, because that was about 4 hairstyles and 10 kilos ago.
Roll the tape.
Hands up. Oh! Oh God. Brilliant, thanks for that. Moving on, I have tasked you as the biggest e-bike nerd I know with choosing your 5 absolute favourites for this video. Have you made your selections?
I certainly have, and I've gone very simple with 5 different electric bikes catering for 5 different needs. So we've got a folding bike, we've got a commuter bike, we've got a cargo bike, we have a converging kit bike and a Wildcard.
And don't forget, if you'd like to test ride some of the bikes in this video or meet myself and Eilis in person for a little chat, then you need to get yourself down to Everything Electric at the London XL, 28th, 29th and 30th of March.
Welcome to the Everything Electric Show.
Like Everything Electric? Then you'll love our fun-packed Everything Electric expos around the world. Next up, we're in London and Harrogate. Remember, energy and transport professionals go free on the first day. Right then, e-doggy dog. First bike of the day is your folder. What is it? Why have you picked it?
Yeah, so this is the ADO Air 20. Now, ADO do a really great range of electric bikes, but I chose the folder in particular because it's a really great bike for the price. So firstly, to start things off, you've got an integrated battery in the seat post here, which isn't a standard thing that you're seeing with e-bikes, and this makes it really handy if you're out and about and on the go and need to charge on the go, because you can take the seat post out, take it with you, charge, and it's a great safety feature as well when you lock it up.
I've never seen this before. The battery is in the stem for the seat, so easily removable, kind of stealthy as well.
Yeah.
And then just from a quick ride, a few things I've noticed, surprisingly zippy for a little folding bike.
Very zippy, I know. You think it's not going to really do too much because it's a little dinky, lovely little folder, but yeah, it's got some welly to it. And just to add to that actually with the motor as well and just the drivetrain itself, you've got the carbon belt drive, which I think is really great because it's very low maintenance and also it's pretty robust. So it's going to be lasting for a while.
And it looks cool.
It looks very cool and it's very smooth.
Generally speaking, quite a pretty little folder. They're not usually the most dignified ways to get around, but this one, quite stylish.
It's stylish and also it's not too bad in terms of weight as well. It's very easy to lift, so if you need to do any multimodal commuting, then it's a really great choice.
Say multimodal commuting 5 times.
Multimodal commuting.
Multimodal commuting. Multimodal. Next bike. Okay, this is your commuter bike of choice. Tell me about it.
So this is the 10Ways Seago 600 Pro. Now, 10Ways has a very special place in my heart because this is probably one of the first e-bikes that I really fell in love with. It's a gorgeous bike to ride. I actually rode the first one from them, which is the Seago 600. This is the reiteration, the Pro, which they've updated with features such as a removable battery, which is very handy, although it is beautifully integrated in the frame, so it doesn't quite look like an electric bike when you first look at it. It's quite subtle in that respect. And it's also really lovely to ride because not only does it have a carbon belt drive, but it's got a torque sensor. Now I'm getting a little bit technical here, but that basically means that when you push down on the pedal, rather than it giving you, oh my God, it's a big bee. Ah! Not only does it have a carbon belt drive, but it's also got what is called a torque sensor. So when you pedal, the more pressure you put down on the pedals, the more assist it's going to give. So it's not like a cadence sensor where you start pedaling, it just boom, gives you assist. So it feels like what I like to call a kind of bionic extension of yourself.
So a lot of e-bikes that use off-the-shelf bits, it's quite binary, isn't it? You pedal, you feel that motor kick in, and suddenly you're just moving your feet around. But with this, it's really tuned to how much pressure you're applying. It's dreamy to ride. I've just had my first go on it, and it's so smooth, yet so powerful.
Yeah.
And like you say, it just makes you feel like a much fitter version of you.
Absolutely.
Also, so pretty. Integrated battery, doesn't look electric from a distance. Look at this headlight as well. It's a lovely looking thing.
And also, final point, it is actually lighter than you might think. So again, I will demonstrate. It's very easy to lift.
Oh, that's not bad.
I know, it's great. So if you live somewhere where maybe you're in a flat or you need to climb some stairs to get to where you need to go, then this is a really great choice.
Nifty. Now then, what we have here is your affordable option, and actually not a bike at all. a kit for a bike.
It is. This is a conversion kit from Boost, and the reason why I've chosen this is not only because it is very well priced, but also it has a lovely feature whereby it attaches to the bike where the water bottle would go. So it's very discreet, and it can even link up to a display that you can put on the top here of the handlebar, but you can choose to go without the display if you want. It's all Bluetooth, so it's very, very easy to use. It's very simple. It's either got assist or less assist, and then a kind of super boost that you can do to get extra power, and it's very nifty.
Lovely object as well. It is so satisfying the way it just slots into where your water bottle would go. I've ridden the Brompton kit that Boost make, and that's fabulous too. Just really, really simple, quite modest power.
Yes.
But the cheapest way of getting an e-bike is simply electrifying the one that's been gathering dust in your garden, right?
Yeah, and it's just a really great way of reusing what you already have and giving it a new lease of life. And all you need to do is basically get a new rear wheel, which Boost will send to you so you can get it fitted. Either you can do it yourself, or there are a bunch of shops across the UK where Boost are affiliated with, so you can go and get it fitted in like less than 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not fitting that myself. I'll just end up very oily and confused.
Yes, me too. We ride the bikes, we don't build them.
We just do the riding. Right then, Eilis, this is your cargo selection. Tell me about this lengthy contraption.
Yeah, so this is the Estali Longtail, and it comes in two different configurations. So you've got the family version, which we have here today, where it comes with a nice long bench in the back, so you can fit probably a couple of kids on the back of that, and you can also put a child seat on as well. And it also comes as a cargo version, so you can get a nice kind of big bucket on the back there, and you can take up to 210 kilograms, including the rider.
Lovely. Okay, and actually, long bench seat, you could get multiple children on the back of that if you were so inclined.
Yeah.
Bit of front suspension for comfort, little storage area at the front here, and the gears are magic on this. Tell us about those.
I know, they're so smooth, aren't they? So this is the Enviolo gearing, so it's not like your classic clicking into different gears. You have what is like a more like twist style where you can change up the resistance, so it's like micro adjustment. So you can start off with what is a very low resistance. When you've got all that weight, you can kick off and go, and then when you're getting faster speeds, then you can just twist it up, and it's beautiful to use.
Lovely. Other thing worth noting is there's lots of different configurations of cargo bike out there, but this setup with the extra weight behind you as opposed to in front of your steering, I like this a lot more. It feels more natural to ride as opposed to one of those ones with a giant box in front of you, which a bit uncomfortable, a bit cumbersome, and also if you're at a junction, you'd rather not put your kids out before seeing if it's clear or not.
No. And speaking of natural ride, so this comes with a mid-drive motor, so if people know a little bit about that, it basically means that it delivers a much more balanced, lovely assist, and it has a bit more punch to it as well, so it delivers up to 80 newton meters of torque, which is exactly what you need if you've got heavier weight with a bike. And by the way, if you want to see a video on the cargo Longtail conquering hills around St Ives, then my co-presenter Rich actually did a video on that, so he was delivering stuff all around St Ives and showing them how maybe they don't need big vans there, so I definitely recommend that's worth a watch.
Bloody great. Now then, the final bike, this is your Wildcard pick, and it's a bit of a monster. What have we got here?
Oh yes, it's a lovely bike that we've got. So this is the Cruiser from Pedibal. So cruiser bikes, we all know and love them, great for cruising around town, going to the beach. But there's something very special about the Pedibal Cruiser, because this bike has a legal twist and go throttle, because they get every single bike certified at the DVSA. So you can legally ride this bike without pedaling, and the police can't get you for it.
So we see these throttle kits all the time, usually being ridden by delivery riders at very high speed. Yes. This one, completely legal.
Completely legal, yeah. So the rules in the UK are usually you can have a twist and go up to about 4 miles per hour, but that is obviously a walk assist, so that's not particularly very useful. But with this one, it goes right up to 15.5 miles per hour, completely legal and very fun. Okay, so if it's got a throttle, is it now a motorbike? Do you now need a license and number plates and insurance? Not at all. So this is still under the category of what I believe is L1E, which is an EAPC, an electrically assisted pedal cycle. Having had a little ride on this, most of the big fat tyre cruiser bikes I've ridden, the frame is so small that actually if you were to run out of battery and had to pedal, A, if you're my height, you're kneeing yourself in the mouth, and B, just really hard work. This one, good size for a bigger rider as well as normal sized people, and because you've got some gears, if you run out of juice, you can pedal it a shortish distance and it wouldn't be too painful. Definitely, and you usually find with cruisers as well, with the frame, you've kind of got that wedgier frame between your thighs, so then when you're actually pedaling, you can kind of get a bit of chafing going on. But again, This throttle completely negates that issue altogether.
Pedaling not really the point on this one.
No, just cruising and looking cool. I mean, it's in the name, cruise.
It's very exciting to see one of these made legal. That's a big step.
A huge step, and yeah, they're really, really good fun to ride, and I want one.
That's a very wild wildcard.
It's wild.
Well, there we have it, a wonderful array of e-bikes, which between them offer something for just about everyone.
That's right, and if you fancy test riding some electric bikes or coming in and having a chat with either myself or Jack, then we are going to be at the Everything Electric London live show, and that is at Excel between March 28th to 30th.
That is correct. And also make sure you're subscribed to the Electroheads channel. You'd be mad not to, along with this channel and of course Fully Charged Show.
And if you've been watching, thanks so much. And if you have been, thanks for watching.
Perfect. Well done.